Greetings, beloved. It's another day filled with blessings from God. On this Thursday, the church celebrates the feast of Charles Simeon, a priest in the Church of England in the 19th century. And for his celebration, we have Psalm 145, beginning at verse 8. The Lord is gracious and full of compassion, slow to anger, and of great kindness. Yes, today is indeed a day full of blessing. I believe, like every single day, that we have an opportunity to take a breath into our lungs and walk the world and see the wonders that God has made. Is this different than every other day? Yes, it definitely is. But in the big scheme of things, 1,000 years is for God like for a day. We are the ones that count the seconds, the minutes, the hours of each day. All of this is made so wonderfully by God for our enjoyment. But so often we get so held back and torn down by the daily struggles of life that we forget to look at the bigger picture of the wonders of God's creation. If you see behind me, the sun is setting. Every day, even though it changes depending on the time of the year, the sun does the same thing. It gives us warmth during the day, and at night it rests, or at least we rest from it, as we come to the cooler hours of the evening. So as the sun goes down here in Oakland, I pray that we are thankful for the beauty of how God has created everything. And I pray you give thanks to God for how God has created you in particular. God has created you with love. God knows whereof you're made. God knows that you're dust, and to dust you shall return. But God also made you with the intelligence and wisdom that only comes from God's Spirit itself. From the very womb of God, we have been taken. I pray that you're able to recognize that in yourself, but even more importantly, I hope that you're able to recognize it in every single other person who walks this planet. The call to love one's neighbor as oneself is a call to recognize the presence of God's Spirit within us, and having recognized the presence of God within us, then being able to turn to our fellow human beings and see that same presence in them. That presence does not make us perfect. It doesn't make us all alike. It doesn't make us all agree. But it does help us recognize that our origin is the same, God. May that holy presence in you give you the courage to fight for justice for all of God's people, knowing that you are loved, and in that same way, they are loved by the one who made us all into this human family. May you be blessed this day, and may you rise tomorrow, a new day, to do all the things that God has put before you with blessing.